Little Dirk on his Instagram story posted the following, quote, "Stop buying all this jewelry without knowing what you're doing. A lot of this shit fake and some is overpriced. Get one jeweler and stick to him. I'm telling you, y'all ass gonna be pissed when the truth come out." End quote. What are your thoughts on that?
He's right.
Before we go any further, can you detail the jewelry you have on today?
Cuban bracelet from Benny the Jeweler. Baguette ring from Benny the Jeweler. Cuban 617 chain from Mazza. Blanco chain from Mazza. SPED chain from Benny the Jeweler. I stick with those guys. You dig? But I understand, like, you know, jewelry is a finesse at the same time. But as a rapper, like, you know, as long as your shit A1, as A1 as it could be, go to reputable guys, you know, I think it's a good investment for a rapper.
And what's your reasoning there?
Because it's like, you know, people like to see success. The more you look like success, the more you look like money, the more people give you the money. You know? I've been getting more money since I bought chains and shit like that.
Now, when it comes
And I didn't skip no steps. All of my shit came like, you know, like my fans really saw me without one diamond. My fans saw me without a ring, without a bracelet, without any chains. So I didn't come in just like this. Nah. Like I grinded and I showed them the grind. And then I popped out 1 chain, 2 chain, 3 shits. And you know, cause I don't even like to throw more ice on me until I feel like there was a clear level up that the public saw. You know, we're not skipping no steps.
What do you make of it then when you see a brand new artist, not that much experience, full of chains, full of diamonds, full of jewelry? Which is the opposite of
it depends how the jewelry look. You know? It could be fake or maybe they that guy and they got a bag. And if they do, that's what's up. You get noticed quicker like that.
When it comes to the chains, Blanco, we've already spoken the meaning behind that. What about 617?
That's the area code of Cambridge and Boston.
And you were born in Boston and grew up in Cambridge.
Facts.
And what were the years for each of those areas in your life, age-wise?
No, Boston, I was just born in the hospital and then went directly to Cambridge. Because Cambridge is that close to Boston. Like, if you get shot in Cambridge, you're going to go to Mass General because it's closer than Cambridge Hospital usually. You know?
Is it safe to say Cambridge is a suburb of Boston, or it's its own?
It's its own city, but it's right there. Like, the Boston Garden, you could walk probably 30 footsteps away and be in Cambridge from the Boston Garden. You know? So, shit. Yeah, Cambridge is like right there.
And that chain that's closest to your neck, that pendant there, what's the meaning behind that?
That's SPED. You know, I'm a product of the special education school system. And SPED was like a derogatory word when I was growing up, but we took it, you know, flipped it around and made it a positive. Like, it just means you special and you learned different. You got a different set of education that life gave you, you know? Your mind functioned different than the norm.
And care to share the names of the schools you grew up attending?
I went to Grayman Parks, which was elementary, and half my school was a bilingual school for Haitians who had just came to the States and were learning like English and shit like that. So that was a dope school that really connected me from like a young age to the Zoes, shit like that. And then I went to Cambridge Renton Latin for about 2 months, got kicked out, and I went to Seaport in Charleston. No, actually, I got kicked out the first year, and I had to wait until sophomore year. So I didn't go to school like my freshman year. I would just go like once a week to this library and meet this tutor lady, for like a couple hours. So I really didn't have school my first year, no bullshit. I just went directly to Charlestown sophomore year.
And then there was an alternative school we talked about previously, which you end up graduating from.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, that is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, got it. When it came to special education, was that just for a particular grade?
I got put in special education for like behavior disorders when I was in like 6th grade.
And it just lasted for that grade, or it was...
No, it went for the rest of my life, or the rest of my school tenure.
Something you were diagnosed with?
Like ADHD and shit like that, behavior disorder.
Is that something that you were able to overcome?
Yeah.
Or is that something you continue to battle with?
Yeah, I overcame it. I'm me.
Now, when it comes to the jewelry, you mentioned that these were different points in your life. Your fans saw you grow bigger on the success ladder, and your jewelry did the same. What was the order you got these items in? What was first, second, third, that sort of thing?
I probably got the SPED chain on Blanco 3, the Blanco chain on Blanco 4, and then I got this right before Blanco 5. So pretty much with each album, my shit been growing, and I've been throwing more water on me.
And Blanco 5 releases on May 27th?
It does.
2022.
Yeah.
Is that the final number in that series?
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna move on to something else after that.
Why stop at 5?
I don't know. I'm considering it, actually. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Okay.
TBD.
Now, for transparency, when it comes to paying for the jewelry, that's something you do on your own, or was any of it promo, perhaps?
Yeah, jewelers will give you a deal. You know, you still got to come up with a bag, but you know, I got a social media following, so they're gonna give me a better price because it makes sense because I'm gonna bring them more business.
Care to share how much this jewelry cost you back then,
What do you mean back then?
at the time you got it? Because jewelry can fluctuate,
Oh,
so yesterday's price might not be today's price, sort of thing.
yeah, I don't know, but it should be around, 50, 60, something like that.
What does that feel like? Somebody watching this that has no jewelry, but $50,000, $60,000 on your body at one time. Is there a feeling to it at all?
Feel like protect the brand. Don't play with me. Ah!
Was spending that amount of money worth it?
Yeah, hell yeah. For sure.
And when it comes to Dirk's post, I want to just dissect a few more items. You already talked about the different jewelers and why you chose them. Do you want to give a review on either of those jewelers? On their work or your experience?
Nah, they're both incredible. Like, Benny's a great dude. He worked with everybody from Diddy, like City Girls, all the Benny's lit. Jake Paul, he's they're both celebrity jewelers. Mazza got his own style. Mazza comes with a lot of the enamel shit. Yeah, they're dope. It's my guys.
And what led you to those two particular jewelers? Because there are other jewelers out there.
I forget. I think I bumped into Benny somewhere. Benny was doing all Pop Smoke shit, and he was just super hot at the time. Bumped into him like that, and I got with Mazza through Dave East because I seen Mazza come and give East a crazy piece, and I told him, I'm like, yo, I need something like that. And so we locked in like that.
Now, respectfully asking you this question. Did you know what you were doing when you were buying this jewelry at the time?
Mm-hmm.
Ever felt like you paid overpriced for any of these items?
Mm-mm.
And it doesn't have to be with these two jewelers, but even in your past, ever received a fake item of jewelry before?
I mean, like, when I was young and I was in the streets, like probably like 2007, 2008, they had all these like blue diamonds and yellow diamonds and shit like that going around. And I feel like, I don't know how real those were, you know? I paid like what I paid for them. But I didn't have that much money back in the days, but I would still pay like, $3,000 for like a bracelet or something. But it would have like these yellow diamonds. And I'd have to ask a jeweler, but I feel like does diamonds come in that color? I don't know.
Any interest in getting into the jewelry business any sort of way yourself?
No, but shout out to Paul Wall.
Do you know him personally, for
Yeah.
transparency?
Yeah, for sure.
Do you remember how you two first met?
I just knew him for a while.
No music between you two.
Yeah, we got some music. We got a few songs. We don't got any songs that's just me and him though. But we on a few like records with like featured with other people like Terminology and my man Dom Dirty, yeah.
Any song titles to those for people watching this getting to know you for the very first time that do want to listen to those in particular?
I forget the names of them for real. But yeah, it's Terminology and Dom Dirty and Paul Wall and Millyz. Like if you search that combination, you'll find it, dog.
And for time reference, it's May 2022 now.